What is good, YouTube? So today, a little bit different video. So basically, we're gonna start something very new, very fresh. As you see, we have finally got our payout on Top Step. Very first payout on Top Step of 1,400, and I basically want to reinvent myself. Um, this payout came very fast because I was not rushing. I actually took my time, even though it took me like 2 days to pass the combine. But I've been really patient over the past 5 days, trying to take good setups, and I was learning breakout strategies and everything. But I just feel like it wasn't doing me justice, especially in this month in September and stuff, because I feel like breakouts are good, but you're only trading a pattern. You're not really trading a system. Well, you're trading a system, but you're not trading data. You're trading patterns. So I wanted to dive deeper into trading and wanted to be able to take something for myself, that way I can learn and really master it myself. Because at the end of the day, when trading, when these people get rid of these discords, I want to be able to trade by myself and say I'm profitable. Because everyone learns from somebody, but and then they twist it and make it their own. So this is going to be day one, learning fractals and kind of like order flow and the footprint charts and everything, because I just feel like it allows you to catch bigger moves with less risk. Even though I'm going to be risking the same amount, but to be making bigger moves, if that makes sense. So we are going to go to the Discord. I paid 75, mind you, I paid 500 for Mamba's thing. And if I would have found this dude way earlier, I would have what's it called. But it's whatever. Paid 75 for this dude. And a lot of people think discords are bad and everything, but honestly, when you're trying to learn, it's not bad at all. So, getting started. Hey, Caziah, welcome to the da 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 da. All right, so we're gonna start here. All right, so the very first thing that we see is Ascending Trader. Hi, Caziah, welcome to Ascend. This is the number one place if you want to learn about fractal software. Ask any questions you have in general chart or trying out the 7-day free trial, which I should have done. But I didn't, and I spent the money anyway. But it's whatever. Book the free one-on-one, or free one-on-one below are a few things to get you started. Booking the one-on-one. Disclaimer: Ascending Trader LLC is a full incorporated company, but we are not licensed. We believe in transparency. Trading involves risk. Understand. No guarantee. Responsibility. Risk what you can afford. $200. 200. Boom. All right. Now let's go to the events. Free Fridays live trading with Ascend staff. It's free Friday. Join the Ascend staff and live trading with the team. We will be renewing probable setups for the day and calling out on some RTH trades. Community events today, 8:30 a.m. Friday, September 5th. Boom, boom, boom. So I guess they have free Fridays, but I'm in here for a month and we'll see how this month goes and see if I want to renew. Because I really do want to get this down packed and learned. Friday watch list 2% odds with A Train. Boom, boom, boom. And then today, events and series today. So I guess they're having one at 8:30 and one at 2:30, and this repeats every Friday. Cool, cool, cool. Channels and roles. So I don't know what this is. What do you want to do in this community? Or do you want or have a fractal account? I don't know what a fractal account is, and I don't want a fractal account, but I want to be able to learn fractal. So I don't know if fractal account is like a separate trading software or what. You receive fractal user role. So we're just going to say yes. Ascend premium member fractal user. Okay, cool. Wait. Non-fractal. Do you want? Yes, we want it. We want everything. Members. We have how many members? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And I really should have done this beforehand. 3,700 members is crazy, which makes no sense on how he can do one-on-ones for 20 hours. Because he says you can get upwards to 20 hours, but you can't do 20 hours with 3,000 people. That's just crazy. Unless he has like a group, of people. Okay, upgrade, join Ascend, reviews, daily live trading, high quality analysis and alerts, education, fun. Click to upgrade here. Yeah, I already did that. Okay, we read this. Profits. Now everybody posts their profits, so I don't even want to look at that. But I seen he has like a 92 win rate over the past over the past 2 weeks. 99 of the stuff you see out there is complete BS. Ascend uses technology. Da 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 da. Yeah, everybody says the same thing, but how are we gonna perform is the question, and how are we gonna learn is the question. Announce. Ooh, remember, I just got an email that Apex Trader Funding is doing a 90% off. Yeah, bro. Wait, woo. Topstep has a sale on evaluations. When was this? Oh, on my birthday. Super rare in celebration of their new Topstep dashboard. 25%. Use dash. I wonder how long this is going for. I'm going to take a picture of this. Discount. Okay. A reminder. Send personally reach out to you in DMs for anything. There are so many imposters on Discord asking crypto. Yeah, bro. I've already got scammed once. Added $4,000. Ooh, okay, cool. Weekly schedule. Live trading, live trading, live trading, live trading, live trading. I like how they trade on Fridays. We won't be trading on Monday. I forgot. The market's closed. What is this? Let me plug in the computer real quick. Sorry. All right, we're back. So he trades every day from 9 to 11, which is actually pretty cool. Even though like Fridays are normally really choppy, but I don't. We'll see. A notable one is Tesla on Tuesday evening. Yeah, we won't be doing that. Tickets. Ascend ticket system. Please get access. Please click get access to fractal access. Wait, get access to fractal act. I don't like that. Please click blank for support for personalized assistant. Count billing question. Please click blank to schedule your one-on-one. So okay. Please click bang. Okay, we'll do this. What is nitro? Oh, I'm not getting nitro. You created a ticket, has been moved to blank. Just joining category. Fractal access is only available through separate purchase. Yeah, I already did this. Okay. Free course. All right. You already have it. Oh, yeah. Wait, let me see what it looked like. I think this is the one. But we'll figure it out in a second. I already have one. All right, whatever. We'll figure it out. General. I was already kind of typing in here. I wanted to see what this was going to do. Failed to load. Uh-oh. That's not good. Moves bot. A lot of people using Fractal software. View interactive chart. Let's see. See what this is. If my computer wants to load, okay. Wait. It said. Alright, cool. So a bunch of results and charts or whatever. Error occurred. Invalid. Okay, so it's not just me. Chart request. Daily. Alright. So this is what we're going to end up looking like after a month, I'm guessing. This is what my chart's going to be looking like. And I know a lot of people don't like a lot of stuff on their charts, but when it's database driven, setups are the probability of your setup will be higher than, not you guessing, but patterns by yourself. Okay. Live trading. So I'm guessing this is where I'm going to go in the morning. Cool. One-on-one. Cool. Community events. Cool. Callouts. Start here. Alerts for A-Train. Gray box. Okay, stopped back above vector. Won't be shorting until gray box setup. Okay, so I'm guessing he took a loss today. Yesterday, yeah. So this was at 710. This is the only thing about trading with him is he's trading almost he's trading all day. Um, so when I do understand his what's it called, we're only going to be looking at setups in the morning and maybe nighttime, but we'll see. ES short, TP1, close break even. All right, cool. Short bias. After hours, we are up 5 points from entry. Feel free to trim. Next TP, 6 points away. TP1, TP2, TP3, closing the rest. All right, cool. So we got some winning trades up in here. Yesterday, 10th team, I'm not happy with my trade last night as I lazily assumed my levels were going to hold solid through ETH. I don't believe that was true. And looking at the update, upside level this morning did move, and we saw probability. So here's the thing: I'm reading this but don't understand it, and it's normal. So I'm not really tripping. PTLR 2% odds, 250 days loaded. Okay, we've crossed the vector W7 daily. All right, cool. And this is okay, that's why. This is just straight callouts. Trading education. Okay, navigate, ascend, introduction. All right.
Hi. In this video, we lay out an easy guide to understand.
Yeah, I don't need options. All right, stock. Okay. Futures trading. I know how futures trading works. I know what platforms to use. What prop firms, I know what that. Prop firms. Important links. So I don't have access to any of these. But what I will do is hop on a call with what's his name and figure out everything. Importing charts into, okay, cool.
Motivwave is the platform we recommend all futures traders to use inside of Ascend, and we are going to show you now how to import the charts we send out every day for Motivwave. So obviously, you can take these charts and chart out all the levels yourself, but if you want to make it easy on yourself, what you can do after you download Motivwave, come in here, download this file that's sent along with the picture. Come in here.
He's saying modally.
Download this file that's sent along with the picture. It'll go up, it'll open up a Google tab showing that you're downloading whatever the file is. Then once you have it downloaded, head into Motivwave. When you're on your CL chart, if you don't already have a bunch of tabs open like this, you can click this little drop down folder here and click import analysis, or you can click this one over here. It does the same thing. So click import analysis. Then from there, you're gonna click whatever you just downloaded, which is the CL chart. It's gonna have the name, where you're importing it to, which is going to be CLN. Import successful. Then you'll just go back up here, find whatever you just did, which is the CLM4-1. And you can see here, it'll pull up. This is a chart from June 11th, which was when it was posted for. But each day, you can go in, grab the new charts, import it in, and it'll have all the levels already set for you.
So I didn't understand any of that, but it's okay because we're new and this is what we're here for, to learn. So I'm going to go back to callouts and go to Ascend Trading. Cool. So this was yesterday. Shared chart. Think or swim. Okay, so I want to hop on the charts, but we will do that some other time. I'm just going to go through the rest of this, figure it out. You know what I'm saying? So we went through most of the course, basics of motion wave, how to log into the fractal system. So I don't have access to the fractal system right now. What is fractal system?
A lot of you are probably looking at this graph and have no clue what you're looking at. And I understand we're going to break that down throughout the course, but what you're seeing in front of you is the fractal chart. So what it is it takes stock market data into fractal geometry and displays it as a graph, right? It's not a normal linear chart. And all that means is if we're at, let's say, 500, no matter how far left or right, you're always going to be at 500 if you stay on that same horizontal line, right?
Uh-huh.
Now in the
so
fractal,
basically what he's saying is on a normal lot, like on a normal chart, and I kind of remember this from when I kind of took a deep dive from him the other day. On a normal trading view chart, if you're at 500 and you scroll to the left, you're going to be the same number. So you're going to be at 500. On fractal charts, you could be at 500 here. Then you scroll to the left, you could be on the same line, but you might be at 486 here, is what I'm assuming he's going to say.
You can see right here, we're going to be looking at this price over on the right. Right here, we were at 404, 427, 461, 486, and 503. So all of these rejected in that same area while being $20 to $40 apart. And you can see how this could be so useful because you could catch all these moves down. The Fractals is giving you a bird's eye view of the market, showing you more of the pattern rather than just a normal linear chart. So you catch these moves down here. If you were to look on a linear chart, it would look like this. That was the move down. That was a move down. That was a move down. And I believe there was one like right here. So you can't see that same resistance line. Like this is just a straight trend up. Whereas the Fractals is showing you, okay, reversal here, here, and here. And you can see those actually play out on the chart, on a normal linear chart. So throughout this course, we're going to be explaining the basics of the system. If you have any questions, feel free to ask as you go through it. You can always book a one-on-one, whatever you feel will help you the most.
Yo, I'm so fucking tired. We just started a workout plan. We're trying to get big. You know, I'm doing that now. Got a whole trainer. My muscles getting kind of big. This is a little before that. We're going to come back in a couple months when them.
Bro, but I love Mamba personality. I love the way he trade. Nigga, I love the way he act. No meat ride. But he's just, I don't know, man. Fractal wave. So, okay, what I've learned.
Here's another video on the basics of the fractal.
Slow down. All right. What is the fractal system? So, basically, is showing, so I'm not gonna lie to you, I might have to watch it again.
A lot of you are probably looking at this graph
because I know what I can't explain exactly
and have no clue what you're looking at. And I understand we're gonna break that down.
All I got from it was a fractal system is showing you zones on a chart, but each tap on the chart is different numbers
throughout the course. But what you're seeing in front of you is the fractal chart. So what it is it takes stock market data into fractal geometry and displays it as a graph, right? It's not a normal linear chart. And all that means is if we're at, let's say, 500, you're always going to find, right? We're going to be looking at this price over on the right. Right here, we were at 404 in that same area while being $20 to $40, giving you a bird's eye view of the market, showing you more than just a normal. Down here, if you were to look on a linear chart, it would look like this. That was the move down. That was a move down. That was a move down. And I believe there was one like right here. So you can't see that same resistance line. Like that was, look on a linear chart, it would look like this. That was the move down here. If you're showing you more of the pattern rather than all these moves down. The Fractals is giving you a see how this could be so useful because you could catch all these moves down. The Fractals is giving you a bird's eye view of the market, showing you more of the pattern rather than just a normal linear chart. So you catch these moves down here. If you were to look on a linear chart, it would look like this. That was the move down.
Okay.
That was the move down.
Basically what I'm getting is each resistance box or fractal chart box that I see, every time it touches it, it's not necessarily going down every time, but I'm guessing there's different zones that are more important than others that are showing major signs of reversal.
Down. That was a move down. And I believe there was one like right here. So you can't see that same resistance line. Like this is just a straight trend up. Whereas the Fractals is showing you, okay, reversal here, 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 and here.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see those actually play out on the chart, on a normal linear chart. So throughout this course, we're going to be explaining the basics of this system. If you have any questions, feel free to ask as you go through it. You can always book a one-on-one, whatever you feel will help you the most.
All right. So we just got a text from him. He said, all good. We will be in live voice tomorrow at Market Open in the other Discord. So feel free to join and watch us stream the Fractals. Then over the weekend, we can share some videos and answer some questions in the trading chat. All right, so I'll book a one-on-one with him later. But now I'm just going to continue to learn and watch these videos.
Here's another video on the basics of the Fractals. Today we're going to be going over what a wave is. So, as you all know, this line in the middle here, this is pivot. Above it, we're bullish. Below, we're
what I just got was the black line in the middle is like a pivot point.
Bearish. And now a wave.
As traders, we all want to get sniper entries like this. But how exactly?
Here's another video on the basics of the Fractals. Today we're going to be going over what a wave is.
Okay, what is a wave?
As you all know, this line in the middle here, this is pivot. Above it, we're bullish. Below, we're bearish.
All right.
And now,
so the line in the middle is pivot. Above is bullish. Below is bearish. Makes sense.
A wave is the time it takes from a move above or below pivot to return back to pivot. So an example.
So the time it takes.
Right here, where my crosshair is, this is one wave where we cross above pivot, we move up, we have our peak, and then we eventually cross back.
Okay, so this whole move, boom. So from here to here, that's not one. That's not one wave, but it becomes the wave when it comes all the way back down. So this is one wave right here. So I'm guessing this is two wave. This is three wave right here. This whole thing. And then four wave. Or if we want to count the ones below, one wave. A clear wave would be two wave, three wave, four wave.
We move back to pivot. This right here.
Wait, hold on. I want to see how many waves are on this chart. One wave, two wave, three wave, four wave, five wave, six wave, seven wave, eight waves.
Here is one wave. You have waves to the long side, and then you have waves to the downside. Right here, this was a very short wave. You can see we crossed below. We made a low on the third candle, which is why we have an L3, and then it eventually crossed back up. This was the end of that wave, and then the new wave to the long side starts. So these are waves.
Yeah.
Now, you can look at longer and shorter waves by changing the wave count down here. For example, here's the wave 1 daily. You can see how we only have H5s, H6s.
So I'm not good at math and I'm not good at anything, but I'm going to get this down. Even though I hate whatever I'm looking at, we're going to get this down.
As our highest values, we have one H9 out here. That was a huge outlier. But the idea behind it is it's taken 5 H's or 5 candles to get to this high here before eventually crossing.
All right, so each one of these numbers is the numbers it takes to get back to the pivot. So for instance, right here, it took 3 candles to get back. Here it took 2. Here it took 1. Here it took 2. Here it took 3. Here it took 5.
Crossing back to pivot. And since we're on the wave 1, which is the lowest wave count, we're constantly moving back and forth between pivot.
Yep.
So we're kind of looking at, okay, where are we going today, tomorrow, possibly the end of this week. But then when you up it to something like the 50, as you saw here, it's a lot more of a trend that you're looking at. You can see it took 124 candles to get to this high up here before eventually crossing back down to pivot. And then you can up it even more, all the way up to 200. Let's say we have 2,000 days loaded. You can see it took 408 days to get to this high here. QQQ went from 210 all the way up to 408 before eventually crossing back below. And then it had this downtrend below pivot on this wave, going all the way from 408 down to 254, eventually crossing back above, and now we're at 478.
And we have
so again,
1, 2, 3,
smaller
4,
waves,
5, 6
you're looking at shorter time frames.
6 waves.
Larger waves, you're looking at more of the trend.
So we had 6 waves right there, and I was
I
learned off of there was there was different kind of like time frames for each, like, I guess for the waves, and the higher you go up, the more candles it takes to, get to the back to the wave, I guess. All right, vector.
Vector is another very simple tool to use on the fractals. It's this purple line that you see right here. So as we know, when we're above pivot, we're bullish, below pivot, we're bearish. But now we're going to add one step to that, is the vector. So when we're above pivot and above vector, again, our bias stays bullish. But when we go and we're above pivot but then cross below vector, that's when our bias switches to bearish.
All right, man. So I think this is really important right here, what he just said. Basically, if we are above vector, which is this middle line, we are bullish, which means we will look for the upside reversal, right? If we're below pivot, we'll look for that sell. Now, this is where it got a little interesting. If you are above vector, but cross below, so we were above, and then cross below, back down, we're looking for a large reversal, which it took, I don't know if this is true, 1 candlestick to get all the way back down. No. It took 1 candlestick for it to come back up. My bad. This is on the bearish. But if you are above vector and you cross back down, we're looking for a reversal, and now our bias switches from bearish or bullish to bearish.
It's never a guarantee, but what we're looking for when we're holding below vector is to move back towards pivot.
Yep.
Same thing for the downside.
And
when we're
NASDAQ,
below pivot and below vector, we're bearish. But when we're below pivot and cross above vector, we start looking for a move back to pivot.
Man, I don't even think, like, y'all understand. This is school for real. This is when you want to learn about something. This is what school should be. You shouldn't learn about math. Now, I think reading is very valuable, but in writing. But, algebra, all that, unless you want to be I don't know. But we're going to go back a couple seconds and listen to what he has to say, because right here, I see we're above vector here, but I don't see we're below vector, except for maybe down here.
We start looking for a move back to pivot. You can see right here, we crossed vector at 475.77
So vector
and continued up.
Vector is the purple line. So, okay, we're learning. I thought vector was this yellow thing up here. Vector is purple. So I'm going to put all of this stuff that I'm learning down tomorrow, and I'm probably going to go back over these videos. But, yeah.
Up eventually to 477.46.
Another thing, I know this is taking really long, but a lot of people that I see that really take time to learn this stuff really never become profitable or like succeed in what they're doing. But think about this. If I learn this software from top to bottom, think of where I'm going to be at in a year. And I'm already at my first payout in 8 months. And even though It's been a long time. It's been 8 months since I've got it, or until I got it. Now, and I'm only 19, bro. So just think, if I learn this and really master this, by the time I'm 30, where the fuck I'm gonna be.
So just under a $2 move. This is a very small move when using this tool, but it's very good for finding potential reversals. Same thing down here, 462.74, we crossed vector. You can say, okay, this is my entry long. Now we're looking for a move back to pivot. And we had a move all the way up to 464.92.
All right. So, man, look. Basically, if we're above vector and we cross below, we're going to look for a sell. So I think either we would have been super close to getting stopped out right here, because entry would have been right here, or we would have got stopped out and looked for this entry right here, which then would have led us to having a big move right here. Then we would have crossed right here. We would have put entry right here. We probably would have had a 2-3 point stop loss right here and would have caught this big move down. Then we would have looked for the would have put our entry right here. Either would have got stopped out or would have ran straight to the TP like we did up here. Same thing with this one. This one would have been a smaller move. Would have been here, would have been stopped out, maybe. I don't know. I need to see where he puts his stops and his take profits and everything. But even here, we would have caught something. Yeah. All right, I get it.
This can
so
be
basically, I don't understand what the yellow box is, because I thought yellow was vector. But I understand what the purple is, and I understand the reason behind the purple, vector line. So this is the pivot, the black line. I don't understand what the yellow is, but the purple is vector. And when you're above vector and you cross below, you look for reversals and entries on the candle closure below the vector. And same thing here, you look for the candle closure above vector.
On multiple time frames. For example, this is the 10-way 15-minute.
And
it works well on the 7-way 1 hour. And you can see here, we had to move up, eventually crossed back below vector. Now we expect to move back down towards pivot. Right here, we were at 453.2. And over the next 2 days, we crossed back below pivot, held below vector, and moved to a low of 449.58.
All right, man. So that one was a really
In this video, I want to discuss the settings
that one was a really valuable lesson, can't lie to you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5% improbable clusters. All right, let me see what we're at. We're at 38. Okay. Cool. We're probably going to make this around an hour, and we're deep diving, bro. You're going to see the improvement, man. Swear to God.
Next up on the list, basics of the fractals is going to be these percent probable zones, the 10%, 20%, 50%, 80%, as well as these black dashes, which we call clusters. Okay. So these clusters are areas that we've previously reversed, the highest or lowest point we got in that wave. So an example would be here. This was the lowest we got on this wave, and then reversed, and a cluster was formed.
So now I'm getting at these clusters are like, okay, we might reverse. Then the vector is like the entry confirmation. All right.
Same thing.
Red for bearish, green for bullish, expecting reversal. All right.
For the upside.
So this is like support and resistance, except on a fractal chart.
The highest we got before reversing, so a cluster was formed there. Same thing right here. Highest we got, cluster was formed. Now this can be...
Oh my God. I was right. Ooh, wait. Now I'm not saying I get it, but man, you take time to learn something, bro, you'll get
on
it.
Any time frame, any wave, you'll just see
these. So the zones are number 1. which is where price has reversed from previously. The dashes, called clusters, are where price, I think, also reversed from previously. And then vector is like the entry point. So if you see, and this is kind of like a normal chart, you know, we broke below, retested, and then continued to push down. Mind you, we crossed vector and pushed back below, which I don't know if this is true, but I'm just assuming.
That marked out as the highest the wave got for that one sequence. So that was the highest we got. Right here was the highest we got, so you can see a cluster over here, and so on. Now, these are areas of support and resistance because if we have reversed there before.
If y'all didn't just listen to what this dude just said, this is how you know I'm really focused, man. I don't focus on a lot of things, but previous support and resistance.
Or you can expect support or resistance when we retest that.
Retest.
Now, it's not always going to be perfect, but something to keep in mind.
Retest. And what did he do over here? Hold on. Retest to drop. All right. I'm paying attention, man.
And so on. Now, these are areas of support and resistance because if we have reversed there before, you can expect support or resistance when we retest that. Now, it's not always going to be perfect, but something to keep in mind. Typically, when you have multiple clusters in one area or the cluster is a little bit thicker, it's showing that there's been multiple reversals in that area. An example right now is yes.
So this is the symbol. This is the wave. How many waves? Okay. 50, 20. I want to see something. 23, 35. I'm guessing this one was the highest, which is right before 20, which was right here, which means this probably was that 50-point move that they were looking at.
On the 10-wave.
So this is just like what you see on top or on TradingView.
15-minute. You can see there's this very large thick cluster here because we've had multiple times where you can see we reversed here, 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 and so on. Now, when you have a lot of blank space or gray space over here with no clusters, that's typically showing there's little support or resistance in this area. And you can see how that played out. This day right here was Friday. You can see how that played out perfectly.
So even though this is previous days, I'm expecting us to reach here, get here, vector to follow, us to get a reversal or a candle closure above vector, and then they would target wherever it would close above vector straight to pivot.
We came down, broke below this 20% odds, which we'll touch on in a second, in this cluster here. We moved lower, had a small little bounce here, came up and retested vector, which we talked about in the previous video. If we got above vector, you start looking for a move back to pivot. But we rejected vector, continued down with all this blank space, and finally found support down at these previously reversal areas or clusters here. So that's the general.
Just like support and resistance, man. If it doesn't reject and reverse, you're looking for a break and retest.
Idea of clusters. Support and resistance based off previous highs and lows or reversal points on each wave. Now we'll talk about the percent probable. If you want to get that on your chart, click this button over here. And you can see the 10%, 20%, 50%, and 80% odds come up. What these are showing is when we get a move above or below pivot, 80% of the time do we reach this point, 50% of the time do we reach this point, 20% this point, and 10% this point. You can use this as a bias or confirmation for a trade when you have clusters stacked up in a certain area as well as the 10 or 20% odds. Our odds of continuing higher or lower becomes less and less as we push up higher into these 10%, 20% odds. You can also add on different percent probables. So you can add on like a 5% odds, 2%, 1% if you'd like. That'll be in the next video, and we'll also add a PDF.
So watch this. If you see we crossed below vector and support rejected and closed above and instantly went back straight to pivot, which was this wasn't 2 candles. I can't. Oh, it's under here. That's why we can't see it. But I'm assuming if this was this was probably like a 20-point something move.
The code needed to add in any of the percent odds you'd like.
Man,
If you're watching this video, it's
I haven't done this much learning, and I couldn't tell you how long. Clusters, probable. Option, fractal option analyzer. Fractal time frames. We'll watch this one. And then after this, we'll pretty much be done. All right, I have no access to it. All right, let's see what this is. The 31st is Trading Discord is Sunday. Sunday. I understand. No sir. I will not be doing 1:25 a.m. I will be doing 12 p.m. My name is Caziah Cameron Banks. Please share anything that will help prepare for our meeting. Trying to master this so I can go on my own and be a profitable and consistent trader. Golly, I can't spell. I'm not gonna lie. This is why I can't go to college. I'm not gonna lie. Are we for real, bro? Profitable. I think I probably had like dyslexia or something. And yep, ball. B. Oh my God, it's not even me. It's my computer. And be a profitable and consistent trader so I can go on my own and be okay, cool. What is my Discord username? Caziah Cameron 1. That's my ball, you dig? And even though for the people who are watching this, yes, I have officially made money in trading, but I'm still trying to learn. So if people come on here trying to be, oh, well, he's trying to do this, that, I'm still learning. Chill out. You are scheduled. All right, cool. AM. Yep. All right, cool. So we're signed up for a one-on-one. And now I want to see, what is this? All right, we already did this. Bookshelf, futures account, specific, wave motion shortcuts. All right, so this is kind of just explaining everything, which I kind of have a grip of now. So lesson How to paper trade on Weeble. Oh, whoa. All right, hold on. Let's just see the last trade recap that they posted.
Today we're going over the 125 2023 trade recap. We start off on this QQQ Wave 1 daily at around 6:42 or 9:42 Eastern. I learned that I was getting in 281 puts. The reasoning behind this is you can see yesterday we closed below the pivot line. We have a video on pivot line crossovers that I'll leave in the description. But when we switch from above the pivot line to below it, we go from bullish to bearish. So overall, we had higher probabilities of making a move down today. We also had this double bottom, which you can see this was here before market actually opened. And it was right around this 281, which is why we got in 281 puts. So we're expecting a move down. If you come over here to the TOS, we had a move above the vector, and then at 6:42 when I alerted entry, we crossed below it. Over here on the 281 puts, you can see we got in at the very bottom, 6:42. And then I didn't get nervous on this pullback because it was starting the formation of a W. So we were expecting our contract price to go up. And on top of that, we held all the way to 150%, which was right around the same time that we hit this.
He puts a trade on options trades, I'm going to do them on futures because they're basically not the same thing, but they're the same thing, if that makes sense.
Double bottom, and we were able to get 150% on the contracts. Pretty simple. This is how I used the fractals and vector to get in this trade today. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in live chat. And let's get ready to bank tomorrow.
So, fractals and vectors. What is this? Resource. Moose ball with fractals. This video walks through introduction. I don't know who Milk is. I heard the name because of him, but whatever. Patterns. Bot level. All right, man. So this wraps up day 1 of learning about fractals and vectors and all of that despicable me nonsense. I hope y'all learned something with me as well. And if y'all are watching. And yeah, man, I'll see y'all for day 2. So this is day 1. I will catch y'all in the morning if we have any trades. Peace.